Oh. Hey. I didn't really expect anybody to show up, so I'm a little unprepared. Thanks for showing up, though. Just give me a second. I have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure you've heard that Bedrock Edition modding is bad in comparison to Java Edition. But after quite a few years now, is this even accurate anymore? Because Bedrock is my preferred version, I decided to begin testing Bedrock mods and even a few of their Java variants. Well, before we get into it, might as well use the overplayed sub to non-sub viewer percentage to ask for more subs. I gotta get into character real quick. As you can see, only a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed, so please make my day by using one click on that big red sub button. It's free, and will most likely help me tremendously. Thank you. Now back to the video. Now the first method of Minecraft modding for Bedrock is the marketplace, although it's quite hated due to what you're about to see. The mystery surprise is microtransactions. The second way to mod on Bedrock Edition is the best way, because the mods are free. Lots of them might be on par with Java Edition. However, since it's free, lots of the creators make less than satisfactory mods. But you might find a gem. Today, we'll be going over A-Plot Guns, Heroic Legacy, and the Avatar add-on. The creators are mentioned. Applying the mods is really quite simple. You do it while setting up the world, and the resource packs and behaviors packs. Make sure you have cheats on though. First, we are going over the A-Plot Guns mod. As you can see, you can set up custom loading screens. And there we go, we loaded it. Comes with a custom undroppable item with custom UIs. Very cool. Custom settings, that kind of thing. Most Bedrock mods have that by now. Okay, first I think, yeah. Testing out some guns here. One thing I will warn you about is that if your skin has an extra layer, the armor might look a little wonky. Okay. I think the only gun I'll be testing today is the AK-74. And then later I'll show you gimmicks, such as modding and customization. It has very crisp sounds. And surprisingly, it has water effects. Make sure you have extra ammo on you, even in creative mode. Custom animations, which might not be as good as Java Edition, but I find them satisfactory. There we go. Custom reload. You can only see it in first person, but overall it's pretty good. Here we go. You want to make sure that you grab, well, you can use a blueprint for crafting guns, but you want to make sure you grab attachments before you try to put them on there, even in creative mode. There we go. And yes, the scope will go over your crosshair, and it will function as your new crosshair. I believe there are some attachments which let you see farther, but I did not go over them in this clip. There we go. This is my favorite side. It's quite accurate. The damage level is pretty good. Here we go. There's many things you could change, but we're not gonna go through that yet. I will be leaving links below to all these different mods. The throwables are quite possibly my favorite. In Bedrock Edition, you can add custom particle effects, which are kinda neat. Okay, there we go. The smoke grenade. I wish the smoke grenade was a little darker. It would help you blend in more. The flashbang is crazy. This mod has changed a bit since the last time I played it. That's just a regular throwable grenade. The flare was a lot bigger than I thought. This wasn't in here the last time I played. Let's see. Landmines. Very neat. Obviously, you won't be able to tell the damage in creative mode. Also, surprisingly, landmines don't create any holes. They just do damage and particle effects. One shot, of course. Alrighty then, well now we are in the Heroic Legacy mod. It's pretty cool. There's achievements. Another custom UI item. So I picked the Presence because it had the most powers that I could find. I did not go over all the powers in the mod. I didn't go over all the powers even that the Presence has. But it was enough just to cover the general topics. The first one is slow motion, however, you couldn't see it because I wasn't around any mobs. Electric Aura, pretty neat. I don't recall if it does any damage, but it might. Now you'll see this later. You'll see what Super Dash does later in the video. Well, that was a little overkill, sir. Gee whiz, man. Calm down. Alright. Okay, telekinesis, I remember now. You can move items, you can move mobs, I believe, and maybe any entity you can move. The UI it's a little slow, but it's very user-friendly. Once again, there are custom animations. Oh, it even makes the leaves disappear. That was pretty cool. Lightning. Well, how about that? Power. That's what that is. Power. Undefeatable. Not even close. Pretty basic, but it does enough damage. I apologize to all my Iron Golem friends out there. Any Iron Golems who are watching, I just felt like you would be a good target. That's my bad. See? Boom. Criminal. Gone. How about that? Very neat. Having to reselect the power to make it go away was a little tedious, but overall it's not that bad. The Penance Stare was good. That's all I can say. It feels stuff. Job well done. Now, I will say it before anybody else does. There were some bugs throughout the mod. Like how the usual flight mechanic was not working. I recommend maybe turning on Education Edition, maybe some experiments that I missed. I could not get the survival mode flying to work. But there are custom animations. The transformation was much more seamless than I had imagined, honestly. In Java mods that I've played, lots of animations were more clean, but and transformations were better, but this holds up really well. That's all I can say. It holds up very well. I'd say there's no delay in moving. And there's Super Dash. When you fly, things die. Very neat. Calm down. Oh, there are cooldowns, which I guess it's power balancing. Obviously, there are different tiers of characters, like in the Fisk superhero mod. There are many characters in this Heroic Legacy mod, though. This is version 8. And there. Kind of like visual sounds. Now, I don't want to be biased, but this might be my favorite mod of the day. The Avatar mod, the Avatar add-on, excuse me, it was pretty mind-blowing to experience for a Bedrock mod. The UI is extensive. You can be any bending from the series. I chose to be an avatar for the initial showcase simply so I could show what would happen. I started with the airbending. I believe what happens when you're an avatar is you pick your first bending, and then once you master it completely, you can move on to the next bending. Which is pretty accurate to the show. You can choose each slot, 1 through 9, and then a different trigger for the move. You unlock moves as you level up moves, and you level up yourself. Once again, you'll see custom animations. The particle effects really just... they shine in Bedrock Edition. They're beautiful. The wind is great color. I don't know. I find it pleasing. You have a bar. It's your chi bar. It fills up automatically. Obviously, it costs you chi to use your ability. My favorite bending might be airbending. Comment down below what your favorite bending is. Once again, it is so hard to talk for this amount of time. I'm taking breaks, but still. Okay, air rush, or air jump, whatever it's called, air launch, that's what it's called, is very useful to transfer into this next one, the air leap. I don't know if this was intended, but you can just spam it and fly. It's crazy. That is a beautiful animation. Some animations are reused quite often, but I feel like it's justified. I feel like it's good enough that it's fine. And yeah, you can just fly infinitely. As an airbender, I don't believe you take any fall damage, and obviously it gives you slow falling. You might not have a problem with it. The skill tree was very interesting. It gives you a reason to get XP. Now, unfortunately, but I guess it is kind of cool, you pick paths, like in Skylanders, when you picked a path for your moves. You do that in the skill tree. And yeah, there's teams, you can make a whole server out of this. I don't know if that's something you guys would want to see. I don't have any friends, so I don't know. I could try to set it up. I need to be more connected for that. Not many people play Bedrock these days. Well, no. People play Bedrock, it's just... it's not very popular on YouTube. Another custom animation, the tornado. I had assumed this did damage at first, but I tested it with like my only friend, and it whisks them away. It's pretty neat. There we go. I did not show every move from airbending. I didn't show every bending style either. Just, it'd be a lot to fit into one video. I don't want to make 2 extra longer videos. The air slam. I don't know if the damage scales with the height, but I would assume it does. Once again, a very cool animation, very cool particle effects. Very nice. Your bending scroll never goes away. I believe the add-on turns on keep inventory automatically. I don't believe you can lose any items at death. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. You'll find that's a trend on the channel. I switched to firebending. Here's some of those reused animations, but what else would you have them do? You know, it's justified. Very powerful move. Tested it against netherite. Now, if you have armor, these moves don't honestly do that much damage. However, after you upgrade them, which takes a while to upgrade them, you can upgrade them up to rank 5, and they do more. But a sword might always be a little bit better in terms of fighting. I switched bending style to earth. However, that move fire boosters, you can fly. It's pretty cool. Earth might be the coolest bending in the show, though. I just love the sound animation. The sound effects, excuse me. The sound effects. Very cool. I think Bedrock modders are slowly getting everything they need to make good mods. If this isn't a good mod, I don't know what is. Let's see, do we get the shot? There it is, the cinematic shot. How about that? Cool animation. That took like 5 whole seconds of work right there. That deserves a like, obviously. Very cool. It was very helpful that they showed the little indicators on the ground. Yeah, earthbending might be the most useful, honestly. I tried the earth search, it didn't work out very well, so I didn't show it. Those are the earth spikes. So overall, a very cool mod. Lovely use. You want to know what's crazy right now? It's crazy that there's a like, there's a subscribe, and there's even a share right there. And since they're there, I mean, you might as well use them. So, because I'm super cool, just do it.